Hey everyone, so for the last couple of weeks now, I've been struggling with so much muscle aches and nerve pains. I thought it was a flu, but we just found out that it was probably, or it is probably a lupus flare. Just low in energy, just dragging my feet, so it's just been really hard. My doctor says it's a minor lupus flare, that there's really no significant ups and downs in my serology, in my blood work. But I think I've just been under a lot of stress lately, emotionally. So anyway, all that to say, today I want to focus on a practice that's going to release some of the achiness in my body. I've been dying to move. I just had no energy. So I sort of took the week off this week, worked a lot from home. And today I'm just going to share something that I'd like to do myself. So let's sit nice and tall, raise our arms up overhead. As you inhale and exhale your arms down. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead, and exhale. Inhale up, and exhale. To me, whenever I feel really sore, I love the stretching experience. I'm going to leave my left hand on the mat, lift my right arm up overhead, stretch into my right side, and back up, and raise my left arm up. And bend to the right side, gaze up and back. Inhale, right arm up and bend over and back up. Left arm up and back. Right arm and back. Going to raise my arms up overhead, interlace my hands and pull up. And it feels so tight along the sides of my body. I'm going to bend over to the right side, elongating both sides of my spine. Gaze up toward the ceiling, stretching the left side and pull back. Lift up and bend over to the left side. Gaze up and back. Release my arms down. Lower your neck all the way down. Roll it to the right side, all the way over and back. Center and roll it to the left and back. Center to the right and back. Center and left and back. Center. Raise up, gaze up and look back. Stretch the front side of your neck and pull it all the way down. And as you do so, interlace your hands. Pull the back of the neck all the way down toward your chin, stretching the back side of your neck. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And bend your right ear to the right shoulder. Or actually, I want you to point your nose toward your left or right armpit. And with your right hand, you're going to see if you can pull it down so that you can force your nose to smell your armpit on the right side. It's a nice way to look at it or explain it. Sit up nice and tall. You should feel a deep stretch on the left side of the spine. And back up and arm down. Bend your nose towards your left armpit and pull this neck all the way down. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, stretch to that side, breathe, and back. And let's roll our neck all the way to the right. And roll all the way to the left. Roll it to the right. And to the left. Good. Come onto your hands and knees. And be on your hands and knees. I'm just going to rock my pelvis forward and pull it back. Stretching my low back into child's pose. I'm going to go forward and back. Stretch. And go forward and back. forward and back. And gently bring my hands right under my shoulders, knees right under my hips. Sink my belly, gaze up, shoulders drawn down. Exhale, tuck your tailbone. Push the floor away with your hands, rounding the back side of your spine. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, tuck and scoop. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, tuck and scoop. One more. Inhale. And exhale, rounding your spine. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and see if you can press gently back into down dog. And gently lowering your heels side by side. And because I haven't been moving a whole lot this week, feels incredibly good, but incredibly tight. So I'm going to gently breathe into the back side of my legs and sway my hips to the right. Sway my hips to the left. Sway to the right. Sway to the left. To the right. And left. Keep my heel down, lift my heels up, and gently lower down. Gaze forward, step the right foot between my hands and left. Inhale, lift up and out of my pelvis. Exhale, fold. And just grab opposite elbow, opposite hand. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And gently lower my hips all the way down. And I'm going to go ahead and face you. Sit up nice and tall. However way you can sit comfortably so that your spine is nice and upright is ideal. I always say if you need to place a book under your hips to raise up your pelvis, to give you a little bit of a lift and more room in your pelvis to be able to be nice and straight, that's always a better strategy. Let's extend your right heel out. Keep the left heel in towards your pubic bone. We're going to stretch and turn away from the right hip. Keeping that rotation, lower your right elbow down. Lift your left arm up toward the ceiling. So if you can't lower your elbow all the way down, keep your elbow straight and keep your spine supported. I'm going to go all the way because to me, whenever I feel really stiff and hurting, it feels so good to do a sustained stretch. So I want to stretch into my left side of the body a little bit more. And I'm going to reach down. And if you don't feel like you can reach the foot, please stay up high. Keep your right arm extended and support yourself and do what feels good for you. Okay? Take a deep breath in. And exhale, continue to rotate your spine up toward the ceiling. Listen to your body, listen to your breath. At any point you get short of breath, probably means you're pushing too hard. So scale back, take a deep breath in and exhale. And come up and out. Ooh, that feels really good. We're going to switch the leg position, keeping the right heel in towards the pubic bone, left heel out. I'm going to twist over to the right side, bend my left elbow or not, you can keep it straight, lift your arm up and stretch up, or you can go all the way down and up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And listen to your breath. And see if you can ease your breath and make it even. Inhalation and even exhalation. Come all the way up and sit nice and tall. Stretch the right leg out, sitting up nice and tall. Just rock your toes forward and back, forward and back. Just sitting here might be a lot. And if it is, feel free to bend your knee slightly, or you can even lift up your pelvis up and by sitting on a book or a yoga block or a pillow, whatever you have access to lift up your pelvis. I'm just going to stay here. Feels really good because the first thing that happens whenever I feel stiff or going through an inflammation or a lupus flare is that I get sore, and I hate feeling sore. And this is where I would tell you movement is medicine, because the more you can move, the more you can flush out the cytokines, those inflammatory cytokines that tend to pull in our bloodstream to cause unnecessary aches and pains. That's because our immune system is overly active. We're building a lot of antibodies, but at the same time, we're not able to clear out all the immune residue that happens, all the dead cells that accumulate. We want those DNAs to be flushed out properly. So rest, hydration, eating healthy foods, and movement, and sweating. Like I took a bath this morning, a half sit bath, a hot Epsom salt bath to sweat some toxins out. So these are some good strategies to help your body. Feels really good. And walk it back, and it's going to feel really sore. And let's pull the knees together, keeping the toes up. You can feel free to keep your knees bent. I'm going to walk my hands forward and grab a hold of my feet, trying to keep the toes up towards me, and it feels pretty intense on the back side of my legs. I'm pulling up and out of my pelvis to see if I can make the contact between the front of my thighs and my belly, and just ease the back of my legs here because it's pretty tight. I'm going to continue to breathe and ease my pelvis down. Take a deep breath in and exhale. 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 And I'm just going to stay here for a little bit and walk my hands back and come up very slowly and gently. And bend my knees and come slightly up to a standing position. Walk my hands toward the front of the mat. Step back into down dog because I want to stretch the front side of my legs now. Extend the right leg up with control, keeping everything nice and tight with control. And pull forward very slowly, right foot between your hands. And gently lower the left knee down and straighten. Lower and straighten. Lower and straighten. And this time I'm going to lower and land on the top of my knees. Not right on my kneecaps, but on top of my knees. And with control, I'm going to come back up. I'm not dumping all my weight forward. I have a very conscious activation of my core here. And I'm pulling on this, but my quads are tight to protect overstretching into this. And because I'm so tight, this just feels really, really good. And this leg is nice and tight and solid. It's working. All these muscles are working to protect my left hip. And I'm going to ease myself here for a little bit, which feels awesome. Hands on either side of my right shin, and I'm going to hinge back and stretch the back side of the right leg. And then I'm just going to go back and forth, stretch and back, stretch and back. And I'm gonna go forward, and depending on how flexible you are, you're gonna be able to ease down into it. This just feels really good to me today. So I'm just gonna stay here, pull back, hands on either side of the right foot, step back, down dog, sway hips side to side, side to side. Gaze forward, left foot forward between your hands. Back leg all the way down. Arms all the way up. Gaze up. And stay here. Hinge forward. Really push, push, push with control. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Hinge back, toes up, and breathe. Go forward and pull back, toes up, and go forward and pull back. And forward. I'm gonna gently take my left foot back, come onto a seated position. Pull your soles of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall. I like to flop my wings as my knees up and down, just to ease and warm up into my hips. Sitting up nice and tall. Leading with the chest, I'm going to come forward, take a deep breath, and exhale. And again, this is where if a block makes sense for you, please use the block under your pelvis. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good job. So I hope that helped you too to flush some aches and pains away. With that in mind, I hope you guys enjoy a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.